All right, hello everyone. We're back. Hole number one here for the pro tournament that we are setting up for, and I'm going to go at it with quarterback. You can look at my stats: 100% accuracy, a little bit short on the power right now. A little worried about that, depending upon the wind. But we'll come up with something. I'd really like to do a shot similar to expert, but I'm assuming I might not be able to, especially if it's a headwind. With only a 207 ball. So, but, at the very least, we'll come up with something. Right now I have it set up for a Quasar. We'll see what this looks like. I've yet to see any pro wins, so for this guide, you guys are going to essentially be, looking at, first-time views for me on all my shots. So hopefully, I can at least put together, a solid strategy for where coming to a lot of these holes. But we'll see. So let's take a look at what we got for our wind here. It is downwind. I'd really like to, try to go for a rough bounce here, but at the very least that could be a little bit of a challenging shot. It's going to be far more than expert. So let's take a look at the wind and expert. When I go for the rough bounce, for instance, I'm starting in the rough, I'm ending in the rough. Very safe thing. You can see if I was to try the rough bounce here, I'm going to be starting in the rough and hovering over the fairway. Going to be much more, a dangerous shot here. I do feel that, it can still be done. In fact, we're going to try it. I want to at least see, what happens when we do try it. So I'm going to try to land it very close to here. In addition, you can see we're into power. I'm going to at least go max rings here. I'm probably even going to add on one because we are into power. So let's go, 8.5 there. Perfect ball. And let's see what I can do. It looks relatively good. And you can see, in terms of rollout, it's going to be very consistent. It's going to give us a very good chance. At hole out. It's going to, I really like the speed that it's going to bring in, but at the same time you're going to have to be very careful on your ring calculation. But you can see where I landed. In my opinion, it was very centered. It had some room for error. Keep in mind, playing the usual one per ring might be a little bit less than what you need to do, just because of the fact that we are into power, like I mentioned. So going that little bit of extra is really going to help. Plus, not to mention, it's we're shooting to a downhill target. Let's not forget that about hole number one. And, at the very least, I did put together a solid attempt here. Keep a lookout for a revision tomorrow. I'm going to play something a little bit more off the fairway, so you guys have an alternate method as well. For those of you who, might not be confident, or at the same time, let's say you accidentally bring extra mile, for example, I don't suggest you doing that shot. So, as a worst case, I will put together a fairway shot as well, to where, we can hopefully give it a good run with a driver backspin type shot off the fairway, very similar to what you just saw there. So good luck there, guys, and see you guys for hole 2.